Hi guys, hope everyone's doing alright. Today I will be going over a couple of tips and tricks for the new expeditions in the pit. Hope you enjoy. First things first, we'll start our expedition here. As you can see, we have a full battery charge, but I have the option to resume expedition. This is a little trick you can do. You can only charge one battery cell a day. That being said, once you start an expedition, you can always return back to the main map and always return back to that expedition until you complete it or until you initiate a new expedition. So using that feature, if you, for instance, don't have time to play your expedition one day or something, or you just have time to farm the battery, you can actually start the expedition, return, and then save that expedition for the next day. So in this way, you can actually save up 2 expeditions at a time. And then if you waited till the third day, you could ultimately end up running 3 expeditions in one day if you wanted to farm the event, or if you don't really have time to play until like the weekends or something like that. But either way, we'll get back into this one. You'll see the expedition we're doing is Union Dues. This is probably my favorite of the 2 new expeditions. It just seems to be the quickest and most straightforward. Although both are not too bad once you kind of get a hang for them.
Hey, you're back to help out again.
We will just skip the dialogue, just to try to get through this as quick as we can.
The depot's...
Yep.
Alright, I need...
Now you'll see the objectives will be different as well. So right now we have to go to the depot. There's, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 objectives for each mission that can all come up in varying combinations, just to kind of keep it fresh. That being said, having run these for a fair bit to farm the new currency, I gotta say they could use a couple more options. Wouldn't have hurt the variety at all. So this one, we just have to place a Union transmitter. This is probably the slowest of the first options. We will just have to hold this point and clear it out. As you can see, the weapon we're using today is the new auto axe as well, from the new battle pass. It absolutely shreds. I would highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. I think you get it at level 3 or 4 of the battle pass pretty early on. But yeah, you have to craft it yourself, and then you can roll legendary mods onto it. But as you can see, it absolutely melts most things in just 2 to 3 seconds of touching it to them. Helps, obviously, if you get some good legendary mods for it as well. If you are using the auto axe, the perks you'll want to use for it are Slugger and Incisor. At the very least, all in strength. All the various Slugger skills. So Slugger Master, or just Slugger, Master Slugger, Expert Slugger. Same rule of thumb with pretty much any class. Whatever you're running, you're going to want to run the 3 perks that boost whatever type of damage you are doing. So as you can see, yeah, we're kind of just clearing out the area as enemies come in. They do get marked. Where's this guy at? Doesn't seem to help though when the user doesn't grasp it. But pretty much we're just going to keep clearing this out. It'll make progress. Alright, is this guy glitched? What's going on here? Below us? Is there a way to get? I think there might be a way to get below. Here we go. Oh, one of them got it. I was gonna say, this is new content. There are some bugs I've noticed. If you run into anything where it will not let you progress, like there's an enemy that's not really there, or for some reason a door won't open, or an event won't trigger, the best way to solve the issue is to just return to the wasteland and then go right back into the expedition. Seems to wrap, I was gonna say, so far every time it's come up that has solved the issue for me, but that being said, obviously it's a bit frustrating when it comes up. I think the oh, what was the bug? This? It's only happened to me once or twice where I've needed to reset here, but for the most part it works alright. The only time I've had to trigger it is at the end of this mission, the end of Union Dues. There is a point where you will have to go back to kind of like the safe area or the settlement of the area, and you'll have to defend against a wave of trogs with a trog superior at the very end of the wave that you have to kill to kind of trigger the end of the event. And for whatever reason, I've seen twice now where he just does not spawn in. So what that would be the one situation where I think it does hard lock it, and you will have to return to the wasteland to reset it. But other than that, it seems to be working all right. So there we go. We finished that. I believe we will go to that safe area I was just speaking of now. Yep. Yep. Back to the pen. So yeah, the mission we're doing, there will always be a first step. It'll be something like what we just did, where you have to put a signal down. There can be one where you have to hunt manhunters in the area. There's just a couple first mission options. Once you complete that, it'll have you return back here, discuss it with Hex, and that will trigger the second part of the mission here. If she will talk to me.
Hey.
There we go. She will always send us into the, what is it, the forge? Foundry. Into the foundry. Make sure after you talk to her, you always talk to Wicker. He will give you some bonus objectives here. Like I said, there's a new currency tied to these Pitt expeditions. It's, I think, stamps. The way they work is you actually do get a little bit of an increased reward if you are hosting the Pitt expedition. But ultimately, you can really only get up to 10 in one run, 12 if you're hosting. So the main mission itself is worth 2, and I believe every side mission is also worth 2 if you complete it fully. So that being said, clearly you can see the value of the side missions, seeing as each side mission is worth the same amount as the entire run itself. So you do want to try to complete those. This mission isn't so bad, but the other one does have a side mission that usually pops up that is to convince a fanatic skeptic to swap sides pretty much. And here's our first steel bars. The reason I did not run right for the next door, even though that's where our main objective is, and there are steel ingots in the next objective, is there is usually a steel bar or two in these side buildings in this first area. So it is worth it to just run through it. If you are the host of the game, no one can go to the next area until you do. So if you're playing as a side character, also if you are helping the host, if they go into the next area, it will pull you with them. So it is in your best interest to not even worry about going to the door. If you're not the host, don't even worry about the door. Because you can find these ingots, like I said, in both areas. You're better off just running around this first area and trying to collect as many of the random side ingots as you can, just to help the progress. So we only found one this time, no biggie. We are hosts. Like I said, there are ingots in the next area, and the Union supplies are always in the next area. So we can just go ahead and finish both in there. But I was saying, the other expedition, you will see the fanatic skeptic that you have to convince. He can spawn either in the deep area of the other level, or he can spawn in the first area. I think it's called the Sanctuary and the Trench. So you do want to pay close attention on the other expedition mission, whichever place your fanatic skeptic is, because if he's in the trench, you're never going to find him in the sanctum. And I've seen a lot of players just assume, oh, he's automatically in the second area. That's not always the case. So just keep an eye on it. I believe you can find him. Like, you can travel back and forth between the areas. So, like, if you miss him, you can go back. But I believe the other mission does trigger, like, a radiation storm once you go to the second area and back. Ooh, leg spike there. As the way I'm hunting these steel ingots, by the way, is if you look at my mini-map here, oop, you see that pop up there? Right there. It's right in this area. I think over here? Yes? No? Maybe so? Is it below me? As you can, oh, it's above me. As you can see, there's that marker on my compass on the bottom of my screen. As you walk around the areas of this, if you get near any of the side objectives, ooh, this is actually the Union supplies. This is actually the harder one to find, so that's cool to grab that right off the bat. If you get near an ingot or the supplies, like you see, we'll get an icon for it. That's kind of the best way to look for these. I would say kind of just do the main missions as you go. keep an eye out for them. I'm checking a couple spots, like right here. I know ingots can spawn. I've done these missions a couple times just to farm the new currency. So I've started to get a feel for where some of these ingots are, so I kind of just run over the areas just to make sure. And I have noticed sometimes the markers are a little buggy. Like sometimes they'll pop up and disappear. So do keep an eye on your compass on the bottom, because sometimes they will only pop up for a second, and it's on you to kind of realize that, backtrack, and then find where it actually is. It helps though. As you can see, we got 2 other randoms with us. People do join these expedition teams pretty regularly. Everyone's trying to farm the new currency. So typically if you start a team, you'll be able to get people to join you. Conveniently, if someone else starts a team, they usually don't mind if you join them as well. So it actually, I have noticed if you, I think around 1 p.m., at least my time, whenever the daily operation resets for the day, it does seem to be when the battery quest reset. And I have noticed that if you happen to be on around that time, everyone runs their expeditions. Like all the high level whales that can get their battery reset just run it right away, and then they run their expedition right away. And if you happen to just be on around that time, for me I believe it's around 1 p.m. The last time I was on it, I was able to do about 6 or 7 expeditions over the course of like an hour and a half. And it's because everyone running them at that time is high level. Most of them are like, they've done several. They're just trying to knock them out real quick. So if you are looking to maximize script farming, look for when your daily op resets for the day and hop on and just keep an eye out for expedition teams. When you have 4 people, these go pretty quick. Right now we're kind of just doing the main objective. If we're going to kind of keep an eye out, like I said, for any markers for steel ingots, and hopefully pick those up as we just do this main objective. As you can see, the second objective we got here, destroy poison gas tanks in the belts. So we just got to find these round orange tubes and smash them up. Already broke that one. Bad jump. Hi, enemy. Bye, enemy. There might be some down here anyway. Nothing here. Oh, hold up. You see the icon there? Oh, yeah. Once you smash 4 of the tanks in an area, it will mark the 5th one for you as well. Alright, that's one area. We're not doing well on the steel ingot part, though. I think I've found both of them, haven't I? What are these guys doing? It's fine, it's fine. Like I said, as long as you're hosting the game, everyone's kind of going at your pace. I was going to say, you can pretty much force people to stay and collect the side objectives. If you are hosting and you notice somebody calling you over, investigate, because there are some side objectives, not really in this mission, but in the other mission especially. Again, another reason why I prefer this one. There are a couple objectives that only the host can trigger. Like I said, that one where you have to find the skeptic, only the host can talk to them. And typically what I will notice is high-level players who have run these events multiple times start to realize the locations he can spawn. There are a couple, it does vary, but what the heck? Why is it just a Union prisoner chilling here? Whatever. Yeah, let's just get through this. But I noticed that people will figure out where these guys are. They will find the fanatic, and when you get close to them, it marks them for you. It does not mark them for your team. So these high-level players or these people who have farmed these events will mark them for the new players or whoever the host is. However, the host has to be the one to talk to the skeptic to get the points for that event. So I cannot tell you, it's probably been 4 or 5 times, but the amount of times I've seen people, the amount of times I have been next to the fanatic skeptic, that either me or another player has found them, and we just sit there calling over our host, and then the host just goes to the next area and just skips it completely. Nothing will piss off people more than that. So if you do see a player in your lobby calling you over and you have side objectives not complete, just go check it out. Worst case scenario, you waste 15 seconds. Right now, like I said, we have completed everything in this area. We do just have to go back to the pen. However, like I said, we really want all these side objectives. So I'm going to make these guys look for steel ingots. Ideally, I guess. They might just stand in front of the door, but we ain't going back till we get 6 ingots. That being said, if we find one and it seems like the other one's super hard, you can always backtrack and just find the extra one in the first area. Oh, here. See? These aren't even that hard. Come on, guys. Help me out. We just need one more. Uno más. As you can see, the one we just actually grabbed was like in the very first room we kind of came out in. And we must not have got close to it the first time to see it. So you can see, like, sometimes they are a little glitchy. You do have to keep a sharp eye out. Okay, this is where we came through the first time. That's why we found the supply box. Let's go the other way. Just need one more bar. Just one more bar. Come on, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I do like that it does appear my teammates are helping look. It does appear they're trying to assist. Oh, I think there can be one on that table, but it doesn't look like it today. Alright, we already went through this area. Screw it, we'll go back to the first area. We'll find it in the first area. We only found one before leaving that spot. Usually I find 2 over there, so there should be at least one more. So the the third part of this mission is pretty much always the same. It's going to have us return to the pit where there will be, like I said, a wave of trogs that kind of swarm. And we just have to try to keep the survivors alive until the superior version pops up, kill that, and we're home free. So we'll run right there. We'll complete that last main objective, and then we'll search in this first area for that last iron ingot, or steel ingot, or whatever the ingot is. But if you keep an eye out, I was going to say, when we kill the trogs in this next area, these trogs actually give pretty good XP. So I was going to say, it's not only can you farm these expeditions for stamps, they're actually a very good source of XP, as well as you're getting every bonus objective and main objective you complete gives you a legendary weapon at the end. I believe you also get an amount of legendary modules based off of it as well. So this is actually, like, these expeditions are super good for farming some high-level gear, those legendary modules for rolling your own gear, as well as the endgame currency and just XP in general. Ammo as well. I was going to say, I'm not looting these bodies, but because we're using auto axe, we don't really use ammo, but every body in here will drop ammo for whatever you're using, as well as a chance for stim packs. So if you need healing items or just bullets in general, this is also a great place to farm. But yeah, we're getting about 216, yeah, 428. You get a decent chunk of XP from each trog. We're not really even, like, tricked out to max out our XP gain. We don't have any of our boosts or benefits going right now. Alright, so one of our fighters did get downed. You can revive them. I just have to figure out which one it was. Okay, this guy's got him. Good deal, good deal. Where's the superior at? He should be coming in soon. You can see this auto axe just shreds. Here we go. Superior's a bit tankier, but he ain't tanky enough if I can get the auto axe on him. There we go. Or Devourer. Sorry, not Superior. I think the Superiors are in the other one. Or maybe there's just not a Trog Superior and I'm losing my mind. Could be either. Okay. Hold up. Oh, what are you doing all the way over here, Hex? I was like, are we getting an ingot showing up that's moving? Alright, so we're going to do one quick lap before we talk to Hex. Like I said, we just need one more ingot. Just one more. So if I can spot that. Ooh. Here we go. Right here. Perfect. Perfect. As you can see, that's right by the helicopter we came in on. They don't show up until you take the side mission. So we walked in right past it. The reason it didn't show up for anyone was we didn't have the mission to collect them yet. You have to do that first mission before you can collect the bonus objectives. So talk to Wicker. We'll turn both of these in.
Thank you.
Yep.
Not at all.
Skip the rest. Don't care about anything else. Hex is down here.
Good work here.
You're goddamn right it was.
Up.
And that's that. That is an expedition. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. We took a little longer, actually, than normal. I was going to say the ingots, I did feel like we got a bad rap on that one. But as you can see, you go pretty quick. If you get more competent teammates as well, that does help. I was going to say, I believe we found all 5 of the ingots. Usually your teammates come up with at least 2. But either way, it's not too bad. I was going to say, you can honestly run these solo. It's really not bad. The only thing I would say that can be tricky is the survivors at the end if you're by yourself, just to juggle them all. That being said, there's a perk, I believe, Friendly Fire. I want to say it's under Charisma. That allows you to... Oh, I guess it's only 10 stamps if you're the host. Not 12. My apologies. But if you have Friendly Fire, I believe if you have a Flamer or Flame weapons, so like Molotovs, if you hit a friendly ally, it will heal them instead of hurting them. So if you are running this solo and you are having trouble keeping all the survivors alive, because again, if any of them die, you don't get that side objective. Friendly Fire would be probably my best recommendation just to kind of clutch it out. Otherwise, though, like I said, if you just make a public team, people are joining these usually pretty quick just because they want those stamps. So we'll go ahead and... I was going to say, I'll probably go ahead and launch another one real quick. We'll take a look at the weapons we got. I was going to say, I didn't pay too much attention at that credit screen. So we'll take a look at the legendaries we got. But like I said, we had 2 of these saved up, so we'll go ahead and launch a second one here. That one takes longer. To be frank, like I said, if you're farming these, Union Dues is the way to go. You do get an achievement for completing each one perfectly, I believe, once. Or you might not even have to do it perfectly. You might just have to complete each one once to get an achievement. You do have to host them, I believe, as well. You can't just join. That being said, this Union Dues is 100% the quicker, more straightforward of the two. In my experience, you can do this usually in about 2/3 of the time, if not half the time of the other. As I was explaining, a lot of the side quest mechanics are a lot more straightforward too, where we don't have to really worry about the area, and we can usually collect the ingots in both as well. So usually this is just the easier of the two. I think mostly because of the side objectives, honestly. So you'll get to see, this is actually what a normal start of an expedition looks like. It will connect you to this chopper on the way over, which is kind of a nice little pre-game lobby. I do enjoy it. You slowly see everyone pop up in here. You kind of get the squad together. We're going to go ahead and start it now, though. I was going to say, we don't need to wait for these people. We can complete this event solo if we need to. But they should join pretty quick. I wouldn't be surprised if 2 of them are like, well, hold on. We just did his. You can't do 2 expeditions in a day, which is untrue. You just have to start it. Alright, let's see what Chief Bogwandi and we can do. Hey. Alright, cool. This is the quicker of the 2.
It isn't? Who's me? No.
So this will be the Manhunters.
The fanatic hunter. Alright, I need...
So I believe there's 3 of them. But it'll give you a rough location. We'll just run over there. Like I said, there's no point in stalling or looking through the area because we can't collect the side objectives yet. So we'll just knock this first one out as aggressively as we can. The other option you can do, I think in the start of this one, you can have a Union Saboteur. I'm not sure if it's this one or the Ashes one. But that one also takes a minute. This is probably the fastest of the group. If I can find the Manhunter in here. Oh, I guess not. As always, Fallout. Flawless game. Holy smokes, that is a terrible sound. Absolutely horrible. So anyway, as you can see, Fallout is still Fallout. As you can see, once the game crashed, we just have to restart it. We don't lose our progress on this expedition. It just returns us. Again, this would be how you would stockpile a second expedition if you wanted to save them all for one day. Alright, so we are back in the pit after that crash. I mean landing. I mean crash. I mean, what? No, Fallout's a flawless game. So anyway, back on the hunt for these manhunters. Let's see if we can maybe kill one before we crash this time. I think he's in this building from the sounds of him. Is there a door in? I can hear. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're not the manhunter. There you are. They, like the devourers, they're just a little bit tougher than your standard enemy in here, but still, they die pretty quick once you got. You can auto-saw touching pretty much any flesh of anything. It's not going to last long. Alright, there's another manhunter in here. Where you at? There you are. Alright, third one. Where you at? There he is. Alright, easy peasy.
Head on over to our base.
What's the next step, Hex? Someone's talking smack.
There you are. Come on in.
Nice of them to open the door for me. Oh, failure on the jump. Alright, what's the next step?
Glad you came back. We have people. Get inside. Before you head out.
Alright, now we talk to Wicker again.
Hey, new. Well, got a job for?
Alright, 5 steel ingots, Union supplies. I believe those are always the side objectives for this one. We'll swing wide. Yep, perfect. We already found an ingot. I was gonna say, I see everyone else taking the same path. Again, good rule of thumb, just kind of split off from everyone else to cover the most ground. Because if you do get within range of one of these side objectives, you will get a marker for it. So usually just the more ground everyone can pass over, the better off you are for just stumbling across them. Let's see if our teammates find any this time. That'd be impressive. There's one over here. I saw it for a second. Where'd it go? I saw it first. Oh, there it is. You see that? You see it pop up just for a millisecond? That's what I'm talking about. Stuff's ridiculous sometimes. Is it in here? I don't think it is. Come on, I know I saw it. Oh. There we go. These are fickle. Up top. Oh. Well, we're 2 for 5. Come on, guys. There's 3 of you. Oh, no, 2 of you. So we're actually going to boot Colton here. And see if we can't replace him with someone who will participate. Maybe we'll get someone who will join us in Pittsburgh. Alright, I don't know. I'm not convinced that was the one I saw earlier. Because I thought it was kind of in this direction. Not looking like there's any more over here, though. That's fine. Like I said, usually we snag 2 in this first area. I'm happy. We can get the rest in the other. And you can also find all 5 in this second area. So don't feel like you have to find them in the first. It just usually makes it a little bit easier if you find a couple to start it out. And of course, if you can't find all 5 in the second area, like we did last time, you can always come back to the first to finish it off. Just make sure you find all 5 before completing the expedition itself. So this time I believe the second mission is we are looking for safes. So there'll be 3 safes that we have to hack. Or not hack, pick. So let's see what we can do here. We'll look for ingots on the way to the safes. Let's check up here. Like I said, there can be ingots up here. There we go. Favorite first place to check. 50-50. Okay, so the safe's kind of this direction. Don't push me. I'm close to the edge. There's the first safe. Kind of just panning through this area, keeping an eye out for any ingots that might pop up, any supplies. Those Union supplies can be a pain in the ASS to find. Oh, here we go. Here's something. It's on the other side of this wall, it looked like. Oh, cool. This will work. Oh, I actually hear the Union supplies right now. That boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, right here. That is a convenient thing. Okay. Hey, I think someone else got a steel ingot. Was it the one we saw in this room? Did he beat us to it? Either way, I'll take it. I'm happy to have it. I swear we just had a marker. Oh, he's at the corner. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of bullets. Hey guys, calm down. Alright, let's just head for the last fanatic plans. If someone found an ingot, I have high hopes they will find another one. We'll just go for the main... Ooh, hold on. I saw one there. Where was it at? I saw it. I seen it. I seen it. Where'd you go? Here it is. Well, they got one. Hey. Infinitely more than the last team. Good on ya. One guy even got one of the safe plans, though, so you can't say they're not contributing. But no, honestly, all said and done, most people in this... Nice, there we go. Yeah, they're picking it up. Most people that do join these seem to be farming them pretty aggressively, so you will find most people are actually a lot more useful. We've got some pretty poor examples for tonight, but typically people hold their own a lot better. Contribute a lot more, I should say. Not that these guys are doing a lot better than the previous team, though. I'm the one getting lost right now. Here we go. Alright, so this one we're going to just gather a bunch of chemical stuff. These chemists right here. Drop one of them. Ooh, nice. Couple chemists. So we need 6 unstable mixture. Call your tits. This is the other one of the other things, chemical contaminant. There's also like these little yellow chests that they used to have in the Battle Royale mode of this game. I can't remember what it was called. Nuclear Winter, I believe. I'll see if I can't spot one that has the other chemical in it. Oh, someone's already got. Okay, they've already gotten enough of those. This right here. Those little yellow boxes that we throughout this area. Alright, so once you get enough of anything, it'll have you apply it to a random machine in the area like this. Just breaks immediately. Just need one more yellow box. Here we go. Where's the last thing? Down there. Oh, nice. Someone got the other. Oh, we got the ingot, didn't we? Dedoy. Nice. Slowpoke. Not insulting him. That's his name. Alright. Let's, shoot. This way. Right or oh, left. But yeah. I was gonna say, it's nice when you find all the ingots just on the way to complete the main objectives, and then you don't really have to worry about it as much. Also nice when you get a super try-hardy guy who's running 1,000 times that can just grab them for you. It's usually me. But very nice when it's someone else. I was gonna say, I think if we hadn't crashed, we were probably well on track to complete this in under 15 minutes. And like I said, we were not the most efficient. We grabbed all but one of the ingots, and the supplies. Like I said, usually your teammates will contribute more. At least not that these guys did contribute. They did contribute. Not to say they didn't, but like I said, usually they contribute just a little bit more. Makes the whole thing go just that much quicker. I love you too, brother. Alright, let's go. Here's a landmine for these trogs chasing me. Let's see if they keep coming. I think this guy's running friendly fire on that flamer. Had to guess. Chopping up the trogs. There is, I believe, an achievement, or maybe it's a challenge for killing X amount of trogs with an auto X. This defense part right here is an amazing spot to just farm kills against trogs. We got the Devourer here. Where's he at? There he is. Alright, I'll let these guys clean up the rest. We'll just turn in the objectives. Talk to me. Talk to me. Alright, we'll talk to Wicker first.
Hey.
Howdy. Here's your ingots, here's your supplies. Alright. Try to talk to Hex again. Cannonball.
Good work here. You got business. Right.
We'll take a closer look at what we get for legendaries this time.
You ready to go?
Heck yeah. Let's hit it, Lennox. So yeah, that's the pit. I was gonna say, if you're looking to farm stamps, this Union Dues is 100% the mission to play. I was gonna say, like I said, the main focus, if you want to join other people's games, try to get on right when that daily reset happens. I was going to say, because as soon as people can charge those batteries, they seem to want to. And once they have a full battery, why not just do the mission? So, didn't look like we had much in the way of legendary returns there. Didn't look like we had much in the way of it. I'll take one more glance at the inventory here. Alright, items, new, what'd we get? Yeah, a leather right leg, unyielding school, but garbage on leather. And then, of course, the gun we were using today. The amazing gun we were using today. And by gun, I mean axe. Right here. The auto axe, like I said, it's been a blast. I've been using it all season so far. As soon as I unlocked it, it just shreds. And I was going to say, if you can get lucky enough to roll one like we got here with damage increase for mutations, +1 strength. +1 strength's huge on this. It is a melee weapon. All melee weapons actually do receive a damage modifier from your strength stat. It's the only weapon class in the game, as far as I know, that has like a direct modifier based off one of the special stats. So that is a huge... anything you can do to add to your strength while using melee is big. And then 25% damage while standing still is really fucking good with this. Especially if you get, there's some power armor that you can like boost your defense while standing still. So you can really make a tanky, grindy character. And I mean, if you were to swap like the +1 strength for vampirism or furious, if you got furious on this, this thing, I cannot, I have killed Earl by myself with this in under 10 minutes. Like, just straight up stood underneath him and cut him down. If you had Furious on this, I feel like you could probably do it in under 5. But, yeah, I hope everyone appreciated the few tips and tricks we have. I was going to say, I know the expeditions are new here. It's not bad yet. I do think it will get a little stale unless they add more. Currently, it is just the 2. And really, all I'm running is Union Dues. I think if you're running it for the thrill of experiencing it, I would say the other mission is actually kind of cooler. It is it's an abandoned church. It's a much more, I don't know what's the term I'm looking for. It's a much cooler locale. It's a lot cooler setting. Unfortunately, though, it's a lot slower compared to Union Dues. So again, I would highly recommend Union Dues. That's what we've been running today. We showed a lot of the locations for a lot of the side objectives. They can pop up in various other spots. The big tip I can give, keep an eye on that compass and then try to do it with other people just to speed it up a little. But anyways, hope the tips and tricks help, and hope to catch you guys next time. Have a good one.